All right, good morning. Welcome to day 5, bicycling wherever. My name is Caleb Verns. I got my cat with me. I put her in the carrier. It's cold this morning, y'all. I got my paint in my hand. All right, a little update. So I called a friend, Cody, who I'll tell you more about later on. I called him. He's out on the Front Range, and asked him if he could come into the mountains and grab me in Maryland. Mostly because I'm kind of done with the mountains. I'm okay with that. I'd like to just kind of make some ground. This has been really cool, but hard suffering, and I got a long journey ahead of me. So I'll tell you what a G told me. That guy, I don't know his name, but he was the one. He worked at the store. Oh, son. Yes. But he said, we got a pass coming up right now, shorter, higher than the one we did yesterday out of Montrose, and that's coming up right here. And then we'll follow the Blue Lake into Gunnison, drop into a canyon, and then Monarch Pass onto the Front Range, and that'll be the eastern slope, and that'll be the Rockies for us. So the Continental Divide is Monarch Pass. If I'm feeling insane, which I feel like I will feel today, I'll probably try to take that on. But first we gotta get this first pass done. So let's ride our bike. Phone is at 62%. 3.8 miles from the summit of Blue Mesa. Yeah, my mission statement, you know, in a world that's actively becoming more digitized and artificial, you're gonna see me start to break away from the internet. Start to make it an exclusives only type of deal. If you find our videos, you might find them on a USB. But I hope you guys are here for the journey. I want to throw this banana peel at the water. Yes. All right, so we came down about 700 feet, and now we're going to work our way back up. And then we will be on top on our way to Gunnison. And then we've got one more pass to make it to the eastern slope. All right, here's a good question for my cyclist friends. Would you rather go downhill in the cold rain with a headwind, or uphill with a tailwind in the heat and exposed? Which one would you rather? For me, it depends if I have pussy tits or not. Pussy tits cannot go up in the heat. Maybe with a cool breeze, no, not even with a cool breeze for a tailwind. So we're gonna go downhill into a headwind, which we're doing right now, in the rain, in the cold. I don't know if I'm gonna head for Monarch Pass today. I think this is that direction. That actually is the direction toward Crested Butte. I'll be taking a right around this corner. Absolutely beautiful. I just had to cross that bridge. I was trying to line it up, and a whole bunch of semis and trailers came through. I had to sprint across the bridge. They just picked up water, and they're heading off to the forest fires. Gunnison River Canyon. I haven't had service for like an hour, so I haven't been able to get a hold of my friend. But I'm assuming his last appointment is over, and it's about 3 hours from me once he jumps in the car. So let's see how today shakes out. So I was able to get a hold of Cody, and he left Puebl-uh 10 minutes ago. So he's about 3 hours away. And I'm about 30 minutes from Gunnison. I'm in this like open area. It's beautiful. It reminds me of Eastern Oregon. Like Prairie City, west of Prairie City. So I got another like 45 minutes in this wind. So I'll only have to wait in town for like 2 hours. And then Cody offered to buy me dinner, which is so rad because I'm broke. But God always provides every day. You guys are going to see that firsthand. God uses people, right? So, I'm gonna order a pizza tonight, and then we'll send it back to the Front Range and try to get there by dark. I don't really want to take a day off. I would like to see how keen he would be about driving me. He's already doing a lot of driving to come get me and drive home. So if he could take me north a little bit toward Nebraska, Fort Morgan, that would be sick. It's still a little too early in the summer to go straight across Kansas. East. Man, I miss Michigan. I miss Wisconsin, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, the Midwest. Look at this. You know, being out here in Colorado, especially being in Southwest Colorado, that's the Wild West. If you don't have a family, you know, you guys pretty much worship each other, and that becomes your security and significance. If you don't have that, you're fodder. And so not a lot of East Coast influence made its way out to the desert people. You know, there's people out here living their lives now, I don't know, as if they're more intelligent than the ancestral Pueblans that left the area to begin with. We think we're so much different, but even in the small town that I lived in, the human condition permeates. A people without God worship each other, and if somebody else is kind of on the outside, they kind of hold them on the outside, because if they let them in, that means they kind of lose some significance. It's not true. You know, if you know the Lord, you know you wouldn't have to stand that way, but I'm kind of sick of the small town, get it for yourself, boy, Colorado vibes. You know, you guys can fuck all with that. All right, so we made it to the Walmart in Gunnison, and Cody is about an hour and a half away now. So I'm just gonna wait here. In about half an hour, I'll probably go in to do some shopping. Just gotta make sure that Maryland's covered up, because I don't want it to downpour when I'm in there. But I'm gonna get some supply. Oh, my Venmo. Oh my God, I found my phone. All right, we just got a haul of food so we're gonna go to the Front Range. It's supposed to be hot out there this week, so we're gonna ride early and send it. All right, I'm here with Cody Van Riper. And how do we know each other? How is this?
Dove Creek.
Yeah.
It's a Dove Creek.
Cody stayed. He almost didn't stay if I didn't cop him a good deal, maybe.
I wouldn't have been able to afford it.
Yeah, so he stayed at the hotel I worked for, and then he played a huge part in my cannabis growing career. And
He just gave you a few seeds.
he gave me a few seeds, and I grew them out. And then he saved my butt. We're here in Gunnison, Colorado. I called him this morning, and he drove 3 hours to come get me. So we're gonna enjoy some dinner, drive back together, and then figure out what's next. All right, end of day 5. I'm with Cody. About to get some pizza.
Drop and leave. Messing with these TikTok guys. Not messing with them. I guess understanding the TikTok world and what it is, right?
Learning from them. So this is a pizza. All right, back at the vehicle. It's about 5:30 now. I'm excited because Cody gave me weed in February that I ended up growing out, and that's what we're calling Hammerhead. And I have some. Hey, Marilyn. She's probably been too scared to do anything. She's like, hello, I'm here. Yeah, so Marilyn's been in here, and I feel like she's been a little afraid to really come out and eat. But I'm gonna get my weed and smoke some weed with the guy who brought me this weed.
I am probably going to soften this up and drink.
Yeah.
So.
Humdingers.
Not all.
So this is on our way up to Monarch Pass right now. I would have had to ride up here, which there's plenty of place to. You would hear, especially. Well, yeah, and you would hear a guy like this, or you would hear all the trucks coming up. There'd be like one after the other. So you just pull over. Actually, this.
Look at these places, yeah. No, this is not a,
It's not like a walk.
This is not a good ride spot.
Oh, a guardrail on a hard turn like this, bro?
Yeah.
With an oversized load, dude? But then you'd be safe here.
Yeah, but you missed all that spot coming up to this point.
$1 Million Highway, would you say that would be like total treachery?
I don't think I would ride a bike. I've done a motorcycle
On
when I was younger.
$1 million.
It was fun, but like even that, like there's no room. Like when we have highways, we have some really tiny highways sometimes.
Yeah, the mountain highways, the Rocky Mountain highways are not built for bicycles at all.
They're around.
It's like this is stupid.
Most, but they usually travel in packs here. The gearheads here travel in packs.
The bicyclist?
Yeah, that's what we call them. Oh no, it's gearhead season. You just know. And we know that they're coming to ride the mountains, and plenty of people do, and it's okay. And you accept it, and you're just part of it. And so, and usually they'll put up signs, like they have big races, they'll go across and stuff, they'll let people know, but people ride bikes by our 50 all the time. All the time in Pueblo. And I know they go over the pass because you'll see them. Like I haven't seen a lot this year, but I haven't been traveling a lot in mountains.
I know that I am grateful that I am not riding my bicycle on this highway.
Oh no. It's kind of
Look
weird.
at this, dude.
It's like
Look
one of
at
those
that.
feelings where you're like, am I going downhill or am I going uphill while you're sitting in the car?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, thank you, Cody. I'm glad that I'm not riding this road.
Oh, they did some logging on the other side. They did a fantastic job.
Over here?
No, this side's good.
Oh.
This side looks beautiful right now. Wait till you see the other side.
Oh, on the eastern slope?
Yeah, it's horrible. You see all the bugs that have gone through there and killed all the trees. They like this. You know what I mean? Up in here, that's our beetle kill, and that's why we have such bad fires. Is because we're not able to keep up with the amount of dead growth or dead trees because of the beetle kill.
So they go out there when there's fires happening to cut up and make little piles?
No, the piles happen before the fires.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're already put there, and it's our Forest Service's way of doing it. And then they go back and they burn them one way or the other.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of this ends up being controlled burns where not a lot of structures are burned, but I don't know. Nothing you can control about that. But you'll see the other side, and where they've logged it so heavy because there was so much dead. Like this side looks gorgeous. Like this side's got beautiful, it's green. There's a little bit of sparing dead kind of in between it.
Yeah.
But not a lot, right?
Right.
The other side is completely riddled with it. And they've had to log it in order to try to get its growth back because this is what we want it to look like. That's a lot of new growth and good growth coming in there.
This is heartbreaking to me because I felt like I was kind of rushing out of the mountains. And after this climb today, I'm not going to be in the Rocky Mountains again. And so this green that he's talking about is a type of succulents that I'm not going to see until I get back out to that green line that you were talking about, which is cuts north and south. If you get on Google Maps and put on landscape mode, look at how everything west, there's a line right in the middle of the country, and I'm afraid that's kind of its own alpine line. I think below a certain elevation. Well,
elevation, ground, it's just what happens in America. It goes from Texas all the way to Canada, all the way through the country, in which the soil's better. Only 80% of our native species exist past that line, and only 20% past this line. So we have 20% of the actual native species of America for trees, plants, bugs, all of that. They're only 20% exist past that line, and same with the population too. Only 20% of the population actually lives west of that line. So even people are in that line. So it's the world. It's what it is. So like being out here in the west is a whole different thing. And of the population in the west, 80% of the population that builds up the west population is actually in California and along the coast, like that whole area. That's the 80% of the 20%. So here in Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Idaho, Montana, parts of Nebraska, parts of Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, parts of Texas, that whole dry area you see. I wonder why.
Since I've been on the bicycle, Dove Creek by 3 months. The longest I'd stayed somewhere before that was 2 years. And the last time was 6 months.
On the road?
No, I had stayed somewhere in New Hampshire for 3 months. I was on the road for 94 days. So this is Puebl-uh. And I've been saying Puebl-uh since I met a guy who lives out by Fowler, and he calls them Cabs and Puebl-uh. So he has got bubblegum in his mouth like Puebl-uh. So this is Puebl-uh.